Oh wow. Oh wow. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Myesha if you don't know me already and you're new here. And today's video we're going to be reviewing the Fenty Beauty cream blushes and bronzer. I am so hyped about this review because I have been anticipating these products and I wasn't sure if I was going to get them, but I did, and I'm so excited because you guys know I love me a cream contour. I just do. So I'm really looking forward to see what these bronzers do, but the blushes are just a great little just pop up. Like who doesn't love blush? You guys know I'm such a blush lover, so I'm really excited to try the cream blushes because blush is just my thing, you know what I mean? So with all that being said, if you guys want to see my personal review and demo of these products, please stay tuned. Hello. So I have on foundation and concealer, but I decided to do it off of camera because I just really didn't feel like you needed to see it. I just didn't feel like it was necessary, but I will show you what I used. So for foundation, I used my OG classic. It's the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation by NARS, and this is the color Syracuse, and then I used my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in medium sand. So these are what I used. Now I'm going to show you some swatches of the bronzers and the blushes that I have. I'm not going to go down this whole list because I want to get to the nitty-gritty, but I will list down in the description all the shade names in order, so you guys, if you guys see a color that you like and you're like, ooh, okay, what's that one? Because I'm not going to use all of these on my face. You're going to be like, oh, okay, that's the one I want. Yeah. So these are the swatches. I hope that you guys can see it really good. I'm sorry if you can't. This right here is obviously bronzer. I feel like that's noticeable. And then the rest down here are the blushes. The blushes. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just get into it. So as you guys know, I've been really anticipating these products, especially the cream bronzers. So she sent over 3, and it looks like a lot of people on the PR list got 3 shades, and I think these are supposed to complement my skin tone and the shade that I wear in their foundations. These are the colors that I have, and I feel like I'm gonna go with Teddy and Hunnie Glaze because Macchiato is just like a little more pink and a little bit lighter, and I really want to just see if I can sculpt the face with these products. So this one is not going to be what I use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Hunnie Glaze to basically like bring in the saturation. I always say that in my videos, but the reason why I love to bronze is to bring in saturation to the face, and then I'm going to try to use Teddy to contour. So I guess we're gonna see how that goes. So this is Hunnie Glaze, and it's quite warm, so I'm hoping that this will be a great bronzing shade to just bring in the saturation, the warmth that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna use this new brush that they came out with. This is their Face 125 brush, so this is supposed to be used for like these cream products. So let's get into it. I'm just going to like lightly tap it because I honestly don't know how pigmented this is. Like I don't know if it's going to be sheer or if it's not. Like when you look into it, it does look like, I don't know, it looks very sheeny. Like I don't want to say oily, but it definitely looks like sheeny. I feel like it's definitely going to give you, it's not matte. It's not one of those cream contours that are matte and that are just there to sculpt. This is going to bring a glow to your face, I feel like. Now let's begin. So you guys know when I do bronzer, I like to apply it right here. I don't want to go in the hollow of my cheekbone, and I definitely don't want to go on the top because that's where my glow goes. So anyway, let's go ahead and just start applying. And I'm like tapping it in because I don't know if this is going to move product around. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up, so I'm kind of just tapping. Oh wow. Oh wow. Why did I get so excited? You know, I didn't know what to expect. Let me be completely honest with you guys. I do not like the matchsticks. I feel like was it my first video? My first video back on YouTube, I used it and I was so upset. Like, what did I do to myself? I do not like the matchsticks. I'm gonna keep it real. I just don't. But I was definitely looking forward to these because I just knew they were gonna be a banger. And I feel like it kind of is. I don't know. That is bringing in some really nice natural like warmth, like ooh girl. I don't know, this is just giving me like vacation vibes. It's not like sculpting the face, so I'm not looking like sharp, I'm still looking round. but it's just giving me like this beautiful warmth that just makes you think, girl, was you on quarantine or was you in Maui? I don't know. I'm trying to be careful of my little lace front, okay? But oh my gosh, this is blending out so beautifully. I know you guys are probably thinking, girl, it's really not that serious, this is not a big deal, but I am such a huge fan of like anything cream, bronzer, cream, contour. Like I absolutely love it. That's one of my favorite things about complexion, as you guys probably have noticed. So for me, I'm in heaven right now. I'm really excited because everything's blending out really good. Okay. Like this is like the perfect amount of pigment to me. I don't like too much of it because then you have to really work hard at blending it out, and then sometimes it can blend downwards and then just do the opposite effect of sculpting. And this is the idea of like bringing in warmth to your skin. Like if I wanted to do super natural makeup, this is perfect for me. Like if it's too pigmented and you want to do a natural look, it's going to be really difficult to use this product. So I like the fact that this is supposed to be buildable. All right, you guys, so I think this looks really, really, really good. I absolutely love this. It's not crazy. It's just like a little bit of a glow, and I really like that for a bronzer. Now we're going to go into Teddy, which is going to be my shade to sculpt with, and hopefully we can build that up and really define our cheekbones, our nose, all of this extra meat that I got under here, and hopefully it just makes us look super snatched. So this is the color Teddy, and this is like a lot deeper than Hunnie Glaze, and it's a little bit more caramely, if you will. So I'm excited to use this to see what it does to sculpt. Now typically I like to use like a smaller, more dense brush than this, but I'm going to use this brush because I want to make sure that Hunnie Glaze and Teddy kind of blend and marry together, because we did use two different shades to really create a cheekbone, if you will. So I'm just going to go ahead and dip into that. Of course, lightly, because I don't know how crazy Teddy's gonna be. And I'm going to focus this right in the hollow of my cheekbone and really create a contour. Oh man, I'm getting excited, but don't get too excited, okay? We don't know. We don't know. Okay. Like that really, whoa, that actually blended out really well. That blended out really good. Oh, bitch. Miss Rihanna. Rihanna, wow. You guys, I'm not trying to hype this up, but it is actually, like, you've seen what I just did. I barely had to go in. I know that you guys have seen my little sculpting routine, and it's a little blending process, and I'm sure you guys don't even get to see the real blend process because I probably cut a little bit of it out as when I upload my videos, whatever. But you guys are seeing the real right now. Now I am dipping back in. I guess the only thing that I would say I don't really care for, now I'm not saying I dislike it, but it's like, whatever, is the sheen to it. Now I think it would be really great when you're doing a more natural, like sun-kissed look and you just want to really look like you were laying out in the sun and you're just enjoying vacay. But when you're doing a full face, I don't think the sheen is, it's whatever. But it's not a big deal because I typically powder and all that extra stuff, so it's not a big deal, but it isn't something that I necessarily care for. Now, is this as sculpted and as like sharp looking as some of my other products I've used? I don't think so. Now that could just be me not using enough product, but I don't want to go too crazy. But honestly, this is nice. This is creating a nice light sculpt. I guess I could apply a little bit more. And let's just see. I like it so much right now, I just don't want to ruin it, so that's nice. It's buildable, so it's not good. The more product you put on it, it's not going to like move around and get all gross and just disgusting. It's going to just sit on top like it's supposed to. So let's just take care of this situation because this needs to go. So what I like to do is shorten my chin a little bit, so I just kind of go right here. This brush is really great for this too. I never really thought to use like a brush like this for cream contour. I thought something a little bit smaller and denser would be perfect, but this is honestly great. Oh, ma'am. Okay, then let's go right underneath to get rid of all this situation. Alright, so I did some shadowing, that's for sure. Now obviously, like, I can't just magically make this go away, but when you use makeup you can kind of tweak it and give the illusion that it's not as prominent as it is, okay? But you know, I like it, I like it. Now again, the shade I feel like is a little lighter than what I'm typically using, so I don't know if that's why I feel like it's so soft compared to what I typically use in my other videos, but I'm here for it. It looks really, really good. And honestly, these products are probably gonna be in my routine. Okay, so the last step is going to be the nose. The nose is what I really care for, and now I'm a little worried because there's sheen to this product. So I'm kind of like, can I sculpt with my nose with this product? Because I don't want my nose to look oily, but I don't know. So let's find out. Now I'm still using Teddy, and I'm gonna go underneath my nose. Okay, so far so good, and it's honestly blending out really nicely. Okay, so this little part of the nose, I don't know what that's called, it's looking good. Okay, let's go down the bridge. So with the nose, it's one of those things where you don't want to use too much product and have the product so pigmented that it gets really hard to blend out the nose and it just looks super harsh and looks super sharp. But at the same time, if it's not pigmented enough, then what was the whole point of you trying to contour? So I'm kind of thinking this might be great in the sense of it is sheer but buildable. And from what we've noticed on my cheekbone area, it blended out really, really nicely. So let's just see if we get the same results on our nose. But I don't want it to blend completely away where basically all the work that I put in to contour my nose is now gone. I think it looks really good. I think it looks good, and I'm actually surprised that there's not a ton of sheen that's coming through. What do you guys think? Does it look good? I really feel like it looks good. Again, it has a sheen to it, but we are going to powder, so it's not a big deal. But if you want that sheen, glowy, like sun-kissed bronze look, then this formula, the whole glow, the whole pigmentation, the way it's sheer but builds up, you're gonna love it. So yeah, that is bronzer, but we still got blush, baby. We still got to get into the blush. So obviously I'm not gonna use every shade of blush, so I'm going to kind of pick one that I want to go with my eye makeup look. I think I'm gonna go into this shade called Fuego Flush because it's a little bit orangey, and I don't know, I feel like this is gonna go good with the eye makeup that I choose to do. So I'm gonna use this, but I may even top it with another color. So let's just see how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and use my Charlotte Tilbury brush. I just didn't really want to mix my cream contour brush, the Fenty one, with the blush. Wow, that's a lot of blush, blah, blah. I just don't want to mix it just because I just don't want anything to be, you know, we need to see the real results. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to use this. Plus it's like pretty small, so I feel like it's going to fit the little cheek area pretty good. Okay. So I can definitely see the blush coming through, and because it's orange and I am a tan color, I feel like it's probably not going to be the most popping blush color that I could probably choose, but that's okay. I think it's beautiful, and I probably will pop a little something else on top of it just to see, but you can see what's going on here, and I think it looks really good, and I'm just stippling it. Yeah, this is a beautiful color. This is like one of those colors that I feel like a lot of people can wear and it just will look really good. And it's one of those, like, you can use this shade with anything that's going on with your face, you know? That is really pretty, but I'm gonna top it with another color. I'm gonna go ahead and take this super bright, like hot pink color. This is Bikini Martini. I'm gonna tap it in the center just to see what that looks like. Okay. So Miss Bikini Martini is coming through with a little pink, and I love how everything is marrying together. The blush is looking beautiful. So this is all so beautiful to me. I absolutely love it. But let's see what happens when you powder your face. Does it stay? Does it still look as prominent and beautiful and glowy as it does without powder? We need to find out. I'm gonna go into my personal powder mix. You guys know I mix a whole bunch of powders to create this little situation right here. So I'm gonna go straight into that and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna first use a brush. Get the under eyes real quick because ooh, we don't need to look crazy. Okay. Now, obviously, it took away the sheen, which I am not mad about at all, but I still feel like we see a lot of the color from the blush. I feel like it's definitely still there, so I'm not mad about it. I don't feel like I have to top this with some more blush. You can if you want, just to be super just blushy, but you don't have to because I feel like it's still coming through. Even the nose contour still looks prominent after powdering. Typically, when I go into cream bronzer, I typically always stack like a powder bronzer on top, but I don't really want to do that this time because I really want to see the effect of the bronzer when it's powdered and see if it really does keep that sculpt look that we created. Okay, so basically the same thing with the blush. It takes away the sheen, but I still feel like we have the color there. We still have what we created, which is the sculpting. It's just not shiny, which honestly, when it comes to a contour, I definitely don't want it to be shiny. Now, what do you guys think? Because I feel actually really good about everything that's happening here. Now, I will like to say, is my face defined as it usually is with other products that I use? I wouldn't say it is, but at the same time, I only use the bronzer and the blush. I didn't go in with extra bronzers, or powder blushes, or contour products to help emphasize this. So I think just using the products alone looks really, really good. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish the rest of my face off of camera, and then I will come back with a final review of the products that I used in the demo, and then you guys can see a full face and how everything just marries together and looks together and come up with your own opinions of how I applied this product. So I will be right back. Alright, you guys, so this is the look that I did, and let's just get into the cream blush and bronzer. So my final thoughts. I really enjoyed the bronzer and the blush. I thought they were amazing. They blended so beautifully. The colors were just spectacular. It was exactly what it claimed to be, was sheer but buildable. As you guys saw when I applied the bronzer, we were able to build it up slightly. Now the only thing I will say is the sheen is great, but like if you're really trying to sculpt your face, I don't know if the sheen was something that you would want to have in your product, but when you powder your face down, it completely goes away. That was the only thing I really could have cared less to have in the product. It's not a big deal to me. The sheen didn't bother me because if you do want to do like a natural look and just be sun-kissed, that glow within the product would give you more of a natural look. But the cool thing about the product is once you apply your powders, that sheen, that glow goes away and you just come out with a matte finish. Now, like I was saying earlier, you know, my face I don't feel like it's as defined as maybe it would have been with other products, but I feel like I could build it up even more to get the definition that I'm looking for. But other than that, honestly, I like the softness of this look. I like the softness of the contour. It's not too crazy, but it's there. The blush is still here and Poppin. Honestly, I really enjoyed the products. They were really, really great. So I was really grateful that Fenty was able to send that over because I wasn't sure if they were going to send over PR, but they did. And I'm so happy that I was able to try it, and I'm definitely going to be incorporating both products, the blush and the bronzer, into my routine. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. This was my first review of a product on my YouTube channel, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know. Comment down below. Of course, give it a thumbs up, and lastly, subscribe. What are you doing? Like, now I'm just feeling like you don't like me. So just subscribe. Jeez, okay. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much. I love you all, and bye.